Hello, this is visionary writer Brad Swift, and I'm here today with my first of many vlogs, a video post to help other visionary writers who want to make the most of their writing. And today we're going to be talking about Patreon, a new website that I've recently discovered that I say you should be on. Now, the reason we're going to do this as a video blog is because it simply makes it a lot easier to see all the ins and outs of this incredible website. So we're looking right now on the front page of the Patreon. It's Patreon, you can see right here, patreon.com. And right off the top, when people come here, they have an opportunity to choose whether to be a creator or a patron. And the truth of the matter is a lot of people that come here become both. You know, there are creative types who want to also support other creators. You can see some of them flashing before you, and you see the eclectic groups. You know, you've got animators, you've got videographers, you've got musicians, you've got some writers as well. And I think this is where many writers should be also. I first heard about this through one of the musicians that I've been following on YouTube, actually from two of them. One is Peter Hollins, and we'll be looking at his Patreon page a little bit later, and also Marie Dilby, who I also have been following and am one of her patrons nowadays. Okay, so why do I think that other writers should be on Patreon? Well, there's at least 4 reasons that I can come up with already, just from the short time that I've been a part of the Patreon community. One is you gain support, not only financial support, but other support by having patrons, people who really believe in you, supporting you. The second, it also, what I found even in just the process of creating my Patreon page, it helped me to focus my writing. What did I really want to concentrate on, and what did I want my patrons to pay me for? And we'll take a look at that in just a moment. It helps you to be more accountable because you've got people who are supporting you with a little bit of their good green energy, and also, supporting you to make the most of your artistic abilities. And they can become your own R&D team as well. So, what is Patreon and how does it work? Well, it's a little bit like Kickstarter, but different. In that here you come where instead of in Kickstarter where you have usually one large project that people contribute to, this is something where many people can come together to give small amounts of their money over time and to support artists that they believe in, and those artists will then go on to produce some specific content in exchange for what the contribution is from the patrons itself. Okay, so let's see how this works itself. I'm going to take us right now to my own Patreon page, newly created just a day or two ago, and you can see right off the top you have the artist's name and what they're creating. In my case, creating visionary fiction and nonfiction. So then there's a tagline, kind of to give you a little bit of extra push about what it is this person's interested in and what his art is about. And mine is writing that entertains, engages, and inspires a new possibility for life. Then right here, this is a very important part, as the people at Patreon really emphasize, and that is your video introduction. This is where you get to connect with your future patrons, tell them about yourself, what you're up to, what you're passionate about, and what they can expect to get from being your patron. Then over here is the Become a Patron section. They can enter, a patron who wants to support you can enter a dollar amount, and what they're basically saying is they will give you whatever that amount is. It may be $1, could be $2, $5, $10, $25, whatever they say, and they agree to pay that each time you produce some specific new content. In my case, one blog post, one vlog, which is what we're doing here today, and one of the reasons we'll be doing a lot more of these, and then 20 new pages of visionary writing and/or a short story. So once that's done, then I can requests from my patrons that they complete with their agreement itself, and that becomes an automatic system. For the patrons, they can put whatever dollar amount they want to. They can stop anytime they want to, and they can even put a cap on how much they're going to pay at any time. So it gives them a lot of flexibility as well. Now, below the video is just an area where you can fill in more specifics about what you're doing, why you're doing it, the difference you want to make, etc. like that. Now, underneath the patron area, this is another area that really helps you to get focused on what it is that you want to accomplish, and that is the milestones and goals. So for example, mine is the affirmation confirmation goal. And that is that when I have enough patrons who totally come up to be willing to pay me $75 for each time I do one blog post, one vlog, and 20 new pages, then that's my first goal. And then you can see additional goals: indie publishing expanded, expanding marketing and promotion, etc. Then is another very important part and very neat part, and that is what the patrons will get in exchange for becoming a patron. The rewards, and they vary depending on what you are willing to contribute as a patron. So at the dollar level, you get, in this case, you get access to the patron-only stream. And again, the patron-only stream is one of those places where, as you build up support from these patrons, they get to experience life, through you, life of an artist. And you can also make a connection with them, and they can become your R&D team. You can run, in this case, your 20 new chapters by, 20 new pages by, and you can say, how's this landing? You can, have them actually become your beta readers to some degree. So then you get, $5 and on up. In this case, if a patron commits to a $5 pledge, they get everything, the patron-only stream, the Visionary Writer's Manifesto, and also a copy of one of my books in ebook form, and etc. It goes on like that. You can look at that by going up to my page, which I actually hope you will do, patron.com, W. Bradford Swift itself. Okay, now I just want to show you a couple examples of other what some other people are doing, other artistic people are doing here on Patreon. Okay, we're back on the home page, and I'm going to click over here to Peter Hollins, who does wonderful music videos. And Peter's been there, one of the first ones to come on here, and he's got a tremendous following through YouTube. So I don't want these numbers to intimidate you, but just show the possibility that's here. He now has 567 patrons, and each time he produces a cappella music video, which is what his specialty is, he's now up to getting $2,867 and change. So you can see this really helps him to be motivated to produce, what he really loves to produce anyway, and also helps him to be able to pay for the technical aspects of it as well. And you can see that there's some milestones and goals that he has. I would really encourage you, if you decide you want to perhaps create your own patron page, that you study his, because I think he does an excellent job as well. Okay, now we're going to look at one more here in just a second. Okay, back on the home page, we're going to click on, I think it's Nika. I'm going to say Nika Harper. And I wanted to use this one again because, one, she is a writer, and her creating force is writing words, stories, tales, and the unknown. And I think she's, again, has done an excellent job of creating a very authentic and engaging video about herself, as well as the rest of the content here. And again, she's up to 175 patrons, and each time she writes 2 stories and a video, they have agreed to pay her a little bit over $1,300. How's that for a little bit of motivation and accountability as well? So that is the Patreon website. I encourage you to take a look at it, check it out for yourself, and I invite you to check out my my Patreon page at patreon.com W.Bradford.Swift, and if it calls to you, become one of my patrons. I would love that. And I would love for you also to share your comments and suggestions about this, my first vlog, down below. So until we connect again, may you enjoy either writing or reading stories that entertain, engage, and inspires a new possibility for life. Take care.